Hi everyone, Paul Akers, host of the American Innovator. You know, the innovative spirit is alive and well, and everywhere I travel around the world, I bring back ideas and creativity to share with my audience to continuously improve and change the way we live. Welcome to the American Innovator. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the American Innovator. This week we're going to do something a little different. Ashley Bailey has come all the way from the UK, Klime-Ezee, to FastCap to maybe learn a little bit more about lean. And you've been here for about a week now, right?
Yeah,
It's Thursday night, and you got here on Monday.
Yeah.
And so I thought we'd do a little takeout interview with him, just to kind of see what he saw when he came to FastCap, where he is in his lean journey, and just kind of look at the whole thing, because the progress that Ashley has made in, frankly, the last 8 months is astounding. And I thought it'd be helpful to a lot of our listeners to see how a manufacturing company that really knew nothing about lean has done an exceptional job of implementing lean. So let's get started. So Ashley, 8 months you've been doing lean?
Yes, yeah.
How'd you get started?
About 10 months ago. I've been there for 6 years at the company now, and things were just getting a bit monotonous. Everything sent that I'm solving the same problems day in, day out, and people are bringing me the
Not
problems.
making any progress necessarily?
No, I'm fixing the problems, the same problem that somebody bought me 6 years ago.
That's no fun.
No. And you can see the people weren't happy about it anyway.
Right.
So I started looking around for other ways to start helping to improve the company, what we could do about it, and reading various books, came across then concepts of lean, Googled that, found YouTube, found your videos, and that was the start of it. It's in the first FastCap video.
And what was the first video? I'm just curious.
It was the 2P10 with the cans. Yeah,
that's a great video.
It's a longish video, but
one of the most popular ones.
Right. Well, I saw that one. I can't remember what the other one was that I saw, but within the first 10 seconds, that was it. That's what I want to do.
Why?
The engagement of the people.
It's so incredible, isn't it?
You can see straight away the culture that you've got, the engagement of everybody trying to problem solve. It's not you as the owner saying, well, what I want you to do is this, and this. Go and do that. And you're not interested in what they're doing. You just want your way of doing it.
Right.
It was the total opposite. You was asking and engaging them and saying, how do you think you're going to solve this problem? Which bit is your struggle? Which bit do you have a problem with?
Now that begs a question. So you see it on a video, and there's lots of things you see on the video, and it's all been edited and everything. And so now you've traveled 5,000 miles from the UK all the way to Bellingham, Washington.
Yeah.
What does it look like in contrast? You won't offend me if it's not as good as the video or not, but what does it look like in contrast to what you saw on the video? That video is like 5 years old too.
Right.
What does it look like in real life?
Well, that was one of the reasons for coming, is seeing the videos. Obviously, like you say, it's edited. I'm not saying sugar coated, but you see
the
clean.
best.
You see the clean version of it.
Right.
What I wanted to see was behind the scenes.
Right.
Okay. Hence that's why you're coming for a bit longer, so I can witness it for longer and see what happens within.
Not give you a quick 2-hour tour and then shush you on your way.
Exactly.
Whoa, I'm sure glad he didn't see that stuff.
Exactly. It's easy to see the novelty factor in the first day. So
you told me what some of your first observations after the first day. I said, so what did you see that maybe surprised you?
That every square inch was dialed in. Every square inch had a purpose. The way things were categorised, labelled. If it wasn't functional, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. No, so everything had to do something.
And from the video, you can't really see that. You look at the videos at FastCap and say it looks pretty good, but it's really hard to see.
You can from a point, and I'd spoken to you about this previously, that when we watch your videos in our morning meeting, we pause it and we look in the background.
Right, you're not looking at what's happening.
We see that bit first. But
look what they did over there.
Yeah, you see, look how that's arranged. That's what we need. You can see how they've done that. That'd look good in our place.
Right.
And try and get the bits out of it like that. So being able to see that as a wider picture.
And the point that you made was that in the wider picture, it appeared, and it's not this way. We're not perfect, but it looked like every little square inch had been fussed over and worked on and improved to where it was workable at a high level.
Yes, but then throughout the week. You can see where everything isn't perfect,
right?
Where things don't work.
Oh, absolutely, and it's everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we have all kinds of problems, right?
All the little bits. As we followed around where people were having problems,
right?
Things were slowing down. So he was speaking to the people and found out what the issues were that they were having, what the struggle was, But it was straight away. It was okay. Stop what you're doing. Let's pull everything out. Let's change everything. Let's get it how we want it.
Right now, it wasn't like we'll do that on a Kaizen event 3 weeks from now. We'll schedule it on a board. Everything was right now.
Right now, everything's instantaneous. So, and it's all. It's not. Well, remind me later, or I'll see about that when I come in the morning. It's there and then. Stop what you're doing. Let's change it.
And we always thank Winston Churchill for that, because that principle of action this day we actually use from a great Brit. Winston Churchill said, "Now, do not put off, do not procrastinate. Everything's now."
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. So now you've been doing this 8 months, and you've made a lot of progress in your facility. I mean, really, the contrast is as big as any contrast I've seen in any organization in 8 weeks. Basically, the way I describe your place is, from the pictures I saw, I haven't been there yet, but I will come there, is kind of almost a dingy manufacturing place that was dirty.
Yeah, it's a stereotypical light fabrication shop.
Not a pleasant place to be, to a place that's clean, well painted, well lit. Everything has purpose, and there's a design and thoughtfulness behind everything you do in 8 months.
Yeah, we've done more in 8 months than we've done in 6 years.
That's remarkable. Yeah. And so you like lean.
Yes.
Why?
It's helped give me control of the company. It's helped set part of my vision for the future of the company, because I can see now that we're making improvements, and it's engaged the people into.
So you're getting your people to be engaged in the whole thing.
Yeah, not one person rejected it.
Not one.
Everybody bought in straight away.
Which is remarkable. Tell me about Michelle, your assistant, because those are great stories. How young she is and how enthusiastic she is.
Yeah, Michelle's been great. She's one of the main things that we've had is taking our lead time down. We sell everything on lead time for our product.
Right.
The faster we can get it there, the more likely we are to win an order. Price isn't. That's a secondary issue with our product. So the traditional way, the way that when Michelle came in, she had been there about a year and a half. So the orders would be processed by her. They'd go into the factory, and then twice in the week, a list would come back from the factory of when they can have that ready for.
Right. And so everyone knows you make step ladders, industrial step ladders.
Yeah.
For Boeing, for big manufacturers.
The mobile staircases, the big warehouses and things.
Okay.
So that would come back in from the factory, and then they would write down what dates things would be available. So then she would book the transport based on that date.
Right.
But things would float in and out of that.
And that would be, those lead times were how long? They were pretty huge.
Yeah, they were mostly sort of 10 to 15 days, but some of the things were hitting 15 to 20 days.
Okay.
If it's further afield or bespoke items.
Okay.
But she'd chase that. She'd chase that form to get it back into the office.
But always nagging them. Yeah. When are we going to get it done? When are we going to get it done?
Yeah, and that's not necessarily because the guy's not had the time to do it. It's more. It's not the easiest job to do and start predicting things. And writing out. It's not really what the guy wanted to do anyway.
Right.
And caused him problems. So it's one of those leave the hardest things till last in his case. So yeah, he's got the ability. Everything was done, but she'd chase. So one of the things she changed was to completely switch it around. When we get an order in, she said, "I'll tell you when it's going to be ready."
she was pulling it, man.
So she's so changed from sort of a push forward. She bullied it on that side. She said, "No, I'll tell you when it's going to be ready. This is when they're going to be ready. That way, I can book my transport when the customer places."
She's very young. How old is she?
She's early 20s.
Yeah, early 20s. And she says, "Okay, no longer I'm going to let the factory tell me when it's going to be ready. I'm going to tell you when it needs to be ready." And they start delivering.
The guys in the factory were a lot happier, because they didn't have to start working all this out, predicting and shuffling paperwork and things. This was great. They get some paperwork through. That's the day I want it ready. Then they can work to it. So they've got.
And so, what are the lead times? It went from 15, 20 days to.
We brought that down to 10 to 12 days delivered.
Right.
Because this was on dispatch delivered.
Right.
We brought that now to 7 to 10 days. A couple of the large customers. Slightly less than that, we're testing out at 5 to 8 days, but we think that'll get implemented soon anyway.
That's pretty awesome.
5 to 8 days, yeah. But alongside that, that's enabled some of that is because of the lean changes within the factory. Before, where we'd cook parts and rack them, it's one of the big things. We've got a lot of inventory with that.
A lot of work in process, WIP.
Yeah, so that would all be racked. We'd have 2 or 3 of each item available.
Right.
So as an order comes in, we've got the ability to rack quickly to make an order. But at the same time, the guy would cut it to replenish on the racks.
Right.
Okay. We set a target in January to over about 3 months to change that. And I said I just want to cut to order. An order comes in, cut the parts, make
it one piece flow.
Yeah, and we did it in 2 weeks.
Unbelievable.
Everybody dropped onto it. We did it in 2 weeks.
Now the next thing that's incredible is your inventory. You were buying 4, 5, 6 months worth of inventory, and now
Even
you're buying
more.
like 4 weeks, even more, because you bought it because you got a good price on it, right?
Yeah.
So tell the listeners what you did and how you brought that lead time down. It's fascinating.
Right. Well, this is the first project that we did. Once I discovered your videos, I brought another guy into the office, and we sat him down, watched the videos, said, "This is what I want to do. You want to be around this?"
Right.
Yeah, definitely. So we said, okay, just the two of us. We do this. We pick an area. We lean it all out. We get everything sorted. Change all the processes. Make it simple. And then we'll show everybody else. Okay, so that nobody.
So mind you, you came out of your office, your second story office, and went onto the shop floor because you're on the shop floor now.
Yeah, at the time this was part of the trigger. At the time, a lot of work came in, and we were struggling to keep up with it.
Right.
So I literally out the shirt and tie, get on the shop floor and say, right, what do you want me to do? What can I do? I can't weld. But do you want me to cut tube? Do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do this?
Right.
Half the time was, well, there's nothing really. We're just trying to batter it. Not a problem. I'll pick a sweeping brush up. I'll sweep up then. I'll tidy around you so that you're not forever falling over everything.
Awesome.
Yeah. If you want me to, I'll just keep things clean.
This is the best of leadership right here.
Okay. So we did that, and then I say we took the store's area, which was 12 sets of the standard kind
12
of
racks, 12 big racks of all this inventory.
Yeah, not the big warehouse racks, kind
Right.
of the big office racks.
Right.
12 sets of those with all the inventory on, sort of 6 months plus of inventory.
Right.
And we started to work out what we'd buy. Half the stuff on now, a good percentage of stuff we don't even use. We don't even know why it's in there.
Just stuff that accumulated that needed to be sorted through in 3S.
So we got rid of all that first.
Right.
See what was left with. Then we looked at the quantities and patterns of what we sold in a month on average.
Right.
Really kept it really simple. On average, what do we sell? Looked at all the component parts that make those up, the nuts and bolts, fasteners, fixings, rubber feet. And then said, right, let's just have 4 weeks. Just enough to do 4
Not
weeks.
6 months, just enough for
just
4 weeks.
Because most of the stuff that buying on that side was about a 2 week lead time to get it in. Any nuts and bolts.
So I think that's a very important point. So basically all these parts were 2 week lead time, but you said let's keep 4 weeks. You want to leave a little margin because you're new at this. You didn't want to get crazy.
No.
So you went from 6 months to 4 weeks. Your lead time was only 2 weeks.
Yeah, well I didn't want to spend days calculating and
making sure every gnat's little rear end. You want to have a little bit of margin.
Let's do it, put it on a bit, and we'll adjust it as we go.
Right, exactly.
Okay? So we order twice a week anyway, so there's plenty of room to adjust things. And then anything that was next day or 2 day lead time, we'll just have 1 week.
Right.
Okay, so we sorted all that out and reboxed everything, but loads of little boxes in because everything was bagged and however it came from. However it came from a supplier, it was on a shelf.
Right.
So as it came in, we rebagged everything.
Okay.
Recounted everything and set these shelves up. So we went down from 12
racks.
12 racks to 2 racks.
Unbelievable.
2 racks. So everything was set
and 6 months of inventory to 1 month worth of inventory.
Yeah.
4 weeks worth of inventory.
Yeah. Then we went back,
and everything's running way better.
Way better. So we went back then to the suppliers and said, look, explained it. This is what we want to do. This is how we want to work. And this is how we want you to supply us this product. But we still want to retain the pricing that we're getting.
The volume discount.
Yeah.
Oh, they get a great price. Let's buy 50,000 of them, even though we need 1,000.
So what do we need to do to work with you
Right.
to obtain this? But not only that, when it comes in, we want it packaged like this. We want the quantities separated like this. So when it comes in, all we've got to do is put it straight on the shelf.
Right.
And it's exactly how we need it.
So you eliminated over processing.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was a big hit.
And so they said, okay, we'll do it if you pay us in 15 days, right?
Some of it, was that we pay most people at short times anyway. So.
So the typical in your industry is 60 days.
60
maybe.
to 90 days, yeah.
Right.
We're at the outside, we're at 30 days on it, depending on month end.
Right.
But for all the close suppliers, we keep everything tight as possible at 15 days.
So you gave them better terms, increased their cash flow, and then you got the product exactly what you need. You got rid of all these racks of inventory, and your turns are better in terms of your delivery times and everything else, and your profit is up. Everything is going a lot better in 8 months.
Yeah. So we
that's pretty miraculous.
We implemented all that, and that's when we started the morning meeting then, to get everybody together and say, right, this is what we're going to do, this is how it's going to work, and then we explained what we've been doing, with the stock control and everything.
Well, all I can say is talk about transformation. This is a fascinating story how Ashley Bailey, a computer programmer and software guy, takes over a manufacturing company and turns it around in just 8 months. We're going to hear more next week on part 2 with our interview with Ashley Bailey, who comes all the way from the UK, almost 5,000 miles, to FastCap to embed himself with our team to learn how to implement and build a lean culture. We'll see you next week on The American Innovator. Remember, life's an adventure. Be a part of the solution. Go out, learn, improve, change, think outside the box. We can change the way the world thinks. Be an innovator. I really got to stop getting myself in these situations. That's a leopard, and that's an elephant. Yes, and this is a cheetah.
Like, oh, I saw
Here,
that.
kitty, 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 kitty,
Oh,
kitty.
cute. He wants to play.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, you got it.